Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some great boy band conversation. As always, my name is Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, a.k.a. Mama Lou.
Do we have any birthdays, Sophia?
Okay, we do have a birthday coming up September 23rd from O-Town, Eric Michael Estrada.
Woo!
He'll be turning 40.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yay. Happy 40th, Eric. I'm smiling and waving at you.
Pointing and waving.
Pointing and waving.
Frantically. It's Eric from O-Town and it's his birthday.
I love O-Town. Anybody else this week? We good?
That's it.
That is it.
That's it, buddy.
All right. So here I had this idea a few weeks ago. So we've done like a few album reviews and they've done really well for us in terms of like listenership. And so,
especially our Backstreet Boys
especially
DNA one,
our, yes. So,
which is our number one listened to episode.
The main problem is that like boy bands can't constantly be releasing new music. I mean, as much as we would love that, it's just not realistic, you know? And so then I thought to myself, you know what, self? These boy bands have quite a catalog of old albums that we have not reviewed on this podcast because some of them were released before podcasts even existed.
Valid point, yes.
And so here we are, and we're going to review old boy band albums. Today we have decided that we're going to start with Backstreet Boys' Millennium.
Woo!
Yes.
Partially because, like, arguably, for me, it is the best boy band album ever of all time.
Agreed. Yep.
Nothing touches it. Even anything else by the Backstreet Boys will not come close to this.
I agree.
And obviously, it was commercially very successful for them. Every song is amazing.
Yeah. I would say this is my favorite album.
Was this in Lou era or after?
This was like the end of the Lou era.
This was when they weren't with him. Yeah, so this was the first album without Lou.
Because
are you sure?
I don't think so. No,
because I think NSYNC broke up.
I was just gonna say. So this is the album that broke all the records, and then like a few months later, all the NSYNC fans screwed us over. And that was No Strings Attached. And the point of that one was they had just broken up with Lou, and so.
This was released with Jive. Lou was still with Jive, right?
Well,
I thought they weren't with
Backstreet got stuck in their contract with Jive for even longer than this, because I'm pretty sure even Black and Blue and Never Gone came out with Jive because they like had a contract. But then that's why Kevin left, right? Because he was like, "Are you still with Jive? I'm not gonna continue in this band." But anyways, Backstreet basically fulfilled their contractual obligation and then moved on, versus NSYNC, I think, somehow broke the contract.
Yeah, the court case that was like
Yeah.
that they talk about in the
But then
documentary.
Yes, but they did sue Lou, and they found out everything that Lou was doing was illegal. So then no more of their money was going to Lou. It was just they stuck with that record label. Anyways, that's not important. What's important is today we're going to review Millennium. But if there are any other boy band albums, like any other boy band albums that you would like us to review, you want us to review No Strings Attached? We're here. Anything. New Kids on the Block, 98 Degrees, O-Town, 5, One Direction, Jonas Brothers. We know In Real Life came out with a new album recently, and I think Chinzia has it.
Yes,
I
she
do.
does.
So
yes.
we weren't super interested in reviewing it, and I don't think that anyone who listens to this would be super interesting. But if you are, we'll definitely do that as well. But
totally.
we need to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're just going to do ones we like.
In Real Life fans listening to us, let us know if you want us to do this. Also, in real life, if you're listening to us, please tour in Canada, because I would like to see you in concert, and you're nowhere near us. And the closest is like Pittsburgh in the middle of a Wednesday. It's a school night, people.
Literally, Chinzia messaged. She's like, "Why are all the In Real Life concerts on school nights?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. Are you worried about studying for that big test you have tomorrow?" I was like, "You haven't been in school in 20 years." Like,
Good point.
Okay,
Touche.
I was going to argue, but I'm like, it's
good.
been
That was a
slightly
good one.
less than 20 years. But.
okay, 19. Excuse me.
Wow.
All right.
I went to college.
Okay. Whatever. Anyways, let's move on and talk about Millennium.
I did not find out when.
Okay.
When they broke
She's not talking into the microphone.
Sorry, I was trying to find out the Lou Pearlman lawsuit against Lou Pearlman was in '99. Millennium.
Microphone.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so yes, 99 they started the Millennium into the Millennium Tour. So I think Lou might still have gotten money from.
This came out May 18th, 1999. I remember it vividly.
Yes. I don't know. I just
This
feel
is
like
like
he
it's
wasn't
around
there.
that time, so
Yeah.
he probably got some of the money from this one.
Damn it.
Friggin' Lou.
I know.
Oh wait, the
Love and
lawsuit.
hate
Sorry, Littrell brought the lawsuit against Pearlman in 1998.
it. Oh.
So I feel like they were done.
So, yeah. So I feel like it was around that time. I do know 100% that No Strings Attached by NSYNC was
Yes.
after they broke up
Yes.
with Lou. So this might have been that time as well.
Might
So
have been a breakup period.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still,
yes.
banger. It's a banger.
Fantastic album.
Amazing album.
Fantastic.
Let's start with track number 1, shall we?
What is track number 1?
Larger Than Life.
And that
Makes you larger than life.
Bow, bow,
The
bow,
fan
bow.
anthem.
Yeah. This music video was amazing too. Are we talking about the song?
Oh, we can talk about the
videos.
videos.
This one was like 2 million for the music video.
This
I
was they were like robot-y.
Yes.
And I remember this was back in the day where you couldn't just this was 1999, people. So you couldn't just hop on YouTube and be like, I would like to see this video now. You literally had to sit in front of your TV and wait for it to come on either MTV or Much Music.
Or
YTV's hit list.
Yeah.
Okay, but YTV's hit list was only on once a week.
Yes, it was.
Much Music was on
Every day.
all
They
day,
did,
every day.
combat day clips and stuff, and then you could or that fax thing where you could vote and see who you wanted to win, video
Pop-up
wise.
video. That was good. So,
So-
this was at a time where you couldn't just buy one song. You had to buy a CD. You had to buy an entire album.
I think in the States you could buy singles,
Oh, but actually on CDs.
but on CDs. Yes,
Yes,
not
it was still a
this
CD.
was not a digital platform at
No,
all.
it was not.
Yeah, but what I was going to say about the video was I remember hearing that it came out, and so it's not again they're we're going to play the video at this time. You just sit there and wait
for the
for it
best.
and hope for the best. So I had been sitting there for hours and hours and hours. Nothing. I believe I left to go do something, eat, pee, something, and I came back.
Need to pee?
Eat or pee, one of those things. Maybe both, but not eating the pee.
Okay, gotcha. Moving on.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I do a podcast with 5-year-olds, apparently. Anyways.
I like to prefer as a 13-year-old boy, but that's fine. Continue on.
And then as I'm coming back into the room, I hear this robot-y thing, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Because I missed the beginning where it showed Backstreet Boys Larger Than Life. They used to show that at the bottom of the screen as it started.
Yes, I remember him.
And then I was like, oh, they're playing Backstreet Boys on that spaceship. Oh, that's another Backstreet Boys. And then I was like, oh my God, it's the video. Anyway, so they did as the ship is flying over, all their past hits play very softly.
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I haven't seen that video in 1,000 years.
It was really good.
And the other thing about this song
Nice touch.
is that no one will ever replicate that AJ laugh at the beginning.
Yes!
That,
Love that. Oh my god. Every time he does it in concert, I'm like,
Yeah.
woo!
Yes! And no one else can do that. If for some reason AJ couldn't be at a show, it was just we're just gonna skip that part because no one but AJ should ever do that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
This is one of Kenny's absolute favorite songs as well. Not that matters, but I just wanted to let you know that men also like Backstreet.
This is true.
Yeah.
And the DNA tour is currently over in North America, but
Boo.
if it's coming up for you, because I know that they're touring in Japan, China, Asia,
Yeah.
and then they're going to be in Hawaii, and then they're going to be in South America in the winter, and you want to know this, Larger Than Life is the grand finale.
Yay. You spoiler, boo.
Listen, we already said this in our DNA review, so it's not really a spoiler.
All right, fair. All right, let's go on to track number 2. I Want It That Way.
Everyone
So-
and their
Classic.
mother knows this song.
I was just going to say,
want it that way.
I feel like this is, and this is might be debatable, but I feel like this is the quintessential Backstreet Boys song.
Yes.
This is what sets the tone for every single boy band ever in the planet. The white suits, everyone's done that. Even what's it
Like
called?
literally everyone does that.
Yeah, but even
Blink-182,
thank you.
yes.
Blink-182 did
They
it.
had a video as well.
And,
So iconic. It's a song that makes absolutely no sense, but everyone loves it.
well, and some might argue that the quintessential Backstreet Boys song is Backstreet's Back,
That's a good one too.
which is actually called Everybody, but, you know.
Yes.
But I argue that, like, when non-fans, like people who know the Backstreet Boys but aren't fans, think of the Backstreet Boys, they think of I Want It That Way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even people who are not boy band fans or Backstreet Boys fans know the lyrics to this song. Like, there have been so many things. What was it? There was like
Drunk people at
drunk
bars
people in a
singing.
bar, and they just like put I Want It That Way in, and everyone knows every single word. The subway thing where like the guy, the homeless guy, had the song in the subway, and like the entire subway car knew all the words to I Want It That Way.
Oh, it gives me goosebumps.
And it's just like, we went to like those Florida Georgia lines when they were on tour with Florida Georgia Line, and they did like those stadium shows, and there's like 50,000 people, and they're country music fans, and they know all the words to I Want It That Way.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, quintessential. This is the top of the tops of Backstreet Boys songs. Even though it might not be your favorite, even though it makes no sense.
I don't like the version that makes sense. I think it's
I don't
kind of-
either.
No, because the beauty of the song is that it makes no sense.
Yes.
And
It doesn't
first
matter.
Strings being played at the concert and the crowd goes wild. That's amazing.
And the crowd goes
Talk about
wild.
the video a bit, or
The video was them in like an airplane hangar
Oh,
with beautifully white suits on, approaching their Backstreet plane, and everyone has like signs. We were almost in that video, weren't we?
we were not in that video.
I know
no.
we were
That
about.
was-
There was
no.
some sort of.
That was not their
was
plane. They
not
just
the video.
rented it for a few hours, is what Brian said.
They rented it from what was Lou's company again? Sorry,
Transcontinental Airlines. I don't know. But,
Oh, Lou.
that girl Beth, who's crying in the video, is all of us at some point at times.
There was also someone in there that was in the video that spoke at the Hollywood Walk of Fame for them.
Oh,
What was
yeah?
her name? Lori, I believe.
No idea.
No, what's her name?
I have
I
no
literally have
idea.
no idea what you're
Hollywood
talking about.
Walk of Fame.
Do not know what
When
you're
the
talking
boys
about.
Got the star.
We were not there.
I
What's
wasn't
the
not there.
fan's name though?
How many times do I have
Oh
to
my
say? She's
God.
staring at me and pointing to me, and I literally have no idea what she's talking
so
about.
She was in this music video.
She was in this music video
At the Walk
and
of Fame.
Because of that, they remembered her, so they're like, okay, let's choose you to talk
Oh,
about
that's nice.
the fandom and the boys.
Huh.
This was at when they got their star, or this was at the
Yes.
museum thing?
This is when they got their star.
Because I only
Canada's
remember
Walk of Fame.
It was
Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'm going to look it up.
Maybe
Please
it
continue talking.
wasn't on
wasn't.
in the stream, because I only remember Max Martin and then like the boys.
I believe I was working, so I didn't watch the stream at all.
You
so
could watch it after. I was like, I don't think I watched it
am lazy,
live.
so I did not watch the stream. I was probably also slightly bitter that we weren't there for that.
Probably
Jenny was there, wasn't she?
she was.
Oh, that was the time we were like yelling at the TV
Screaming
to get
at-
her
yeah,
to
yeah,
turn
yeah.
around, and she didn't turn around because obviously she couldn't hear us
Because she was on TV
because she was on TV.
and not in our house.
Yes,
Anyways, I Want It That Way. Great song.
great song.
All right,
All
let's
right.
go to track number 3. Show me the meaning of
Being lonely.
Another great song. A nice ballad.
Probably. I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, not one of my favorites from the album. Again, we've discussed this many times. I'm not a ballad person.
Yeah.
This is like really slow, and it's about
Re-released
death.
This one recently.
Yes, her name is Lori. Sorry, just wanted to confirm that it was Lori.
Great.
Okay, thank you, Sophia.
What do
Like
you
the
guys
Lori
think
that
of-
we know, or a different Lori?
It's a different Lori.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely?
I think it was a good music video.
This is like, it's very slow and somber, and this is when Dennis Pop died. Is that
Yes,
the one? And
yes.
He was on the bus, and we just rewatched it recently, and everybody's having like traumatic moments, and I don't think
Yes.
Nick has one or something.
I believe that
Brian
was
had
our
the heart
consensus.
surgery.
Consensus.
Yeah, there was the heart surgery
Yes.
thing, and then there was
And then
Dennis Pop, and then
Kevin's
Kevin and his dad,
yeah.
and then
I want to say Howie's sister.
And his sister?
sister. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good song. It's just very somber and
Very
not
sad.
like
It's
yeah,
a sad one, yeah.
But you can't be happy all the time.
exactly.
No,
It's a beautiful
again.
sadness.
And as Diane said in previous episodes, you need to have an album that has
You need
a roller
dynamic.
coaster change of songs for sure.
Yeah. So again, personally, not a favorite. I know it's a lot of people's favorites. It was a single. It did really well for them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. Yeah. Even the music videos, like, it's not black and white, but it's kind of like with
noir,
Lots of
like
dark.
like that like sepia tone. Like, you know, everything's muted.
So let's
I feel
move
like
on.
this is a song when you're like upset about something. You should listen to this song.
Yes, because like
'Cause you're
Brian
just
has
like-
that powerful. Tell me why can I be the way you are? It's like
Yeah, that's true. That
and
is
they're
a
all
good
like
line.
walking like powerfully. You're like,
To be fair,
Good
it's
power
it's a
rock.
good song in concert. Like, if
Yeah,
you're
that's
in the
true.
mood to like be very dramatic with your friends and
That
like
is also very
sing
true.
like you're a crazy person.
We are.
Which
What?
is
Who does that?
what we do every time.
This is why we need to be in the pit, because we're dramatic, and if we're sitting in seats and people behind us, they would be like,
They're
"Oh,
like
sit
looking at us
down."
like,
We're
what the hell is wrong with these broads?
Yes, good times.
all
Right, next.
Track number 4.
It's gotta be you, all the way. Oh my god! Seriously, I love
Love
this
this
one.
song. It's so good.
It's probably one of my favorites from the album. I don't know.
It is one of my favorites from the
Oh,
album.
it's so good,
High energy,
so
much
good.
power, sexiness.
Fun
Oh.
to sing along
Mutt Lange
to.
wrote this song.
And like, this is the part of the like DNA, like they do. It's got to be you, and then that's the way I like it. And
Oh
I
my
just
god,
And
that
you
song.
just die. Like, oh my
that
gosh.
section.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's like the best part
so
of it.
good. Like, you can't.
Thank you for doing that. Section,
In Nashville,
boys.
I was exhausted.
I know, I was tired.
Literally-
I looked, I'm like, oh, it's 10:36.
And
The
they were
concert's
like,
gonna be over soon.
"Get
What's left? And then the songs. And we're like, oh my god, I forgot. This is my favorite part of the
Exhausted, in pain, dehydrated, like everything. And I was just like, who cares? Woo!
Oh, it's such a good part of the show.
Yeah,
Because this song is a like certified banger.
it's good. It's so good.
Like,
All right, next we have I Need You Tonight, which Shinzia
Shinzia
This is
forgot.
the solo Nick song.
She took Nick on her fantasy boy band team, and she doesn't even know his songs.
Listen, I'm not very good at remembering titles and things. And I was thrown off by Wikipedia because it says featuring Shania Twain, and
That's
these
not featuring
and they all say it is not featuring.
It's
Shania
not. Nick sings it
in his
basically
beautiful
alone.
voice.
And it's like so like he does this like pouty like me, and you're like ah.
And I don't like ballads. We established,
same.
but I love this song probably because when I was like 14 and this like album was out, and I was like listening to it over and over again, and I was like, I love Nick.
I know.
Like,
And Nick performs this a lot in his solo shows as
yes,
well.
and then everybody cries because they're like, oh, this is a song from my childhood. And I don't cry because I'm not Shinzia, but
I did cry over
Fromm
Nick.
is the one who wrote this song, Andrew Fromm.
Ah,
oh yeah, we love him.
And he's also currently lives in Franklin, Tennessee, and Nashville.
yes. Oh, do you think
But-
he was
You
in?
know.
Yeah, and then when they, oh god, guys, remember when they did this whole album on the cruise?
Yes, that was the best
that was
night. How could I
awesome.
forget it? Oh, that was the Nick
That
one
was,
in the
and
pool.
then I
We're all
remember
wearing
during
white.
when Nick did "I Need You Tonight," and the rest of the guys were just like, "Well, we can go take a break because
I do
Nick's
know
going to
that.
be the only one out there."
Like,
and
Lydia-
there was like a million girls like bawling. It was really funny.
not
Like, we
crying.
knew it was Millennium Night. We knew we had to wear white, but we did not think they were going to do the entire album.
I don't think they intended to.
And then they just kept going, and I was
Like,
just
they
like,
We were
did-
like so into the night.
Oh,
right?
They
And
did the
you
first
such
3
a-
songs, and then they were just like, "Should we just do the whole album?" And everyone's like, "Yeah!"
and we did, and it was fucking amazing. Sorry for
It
swearing.
was really good.
It was so good.
But yes.
And then
The
Nick,
next cruise.
they haven't announced
Hopefully.
it yet, but we're hoping October of next year.
We're praying.
Because
Please.
if it was May, it would have already been announced by now.
Please.
And then in Nashville, Nick made some sort of comment about
At the after
cruise,
party,
at
he
the
kept
after party.
bringing it up, and we were like,
And
So
did New Kids already announce theirs?
I think so.
Or it's coming.
So
out.
they took like the
There's
spring
usually,
slot.
there's usually like a May one and an October one, and like
New Kids have been
Backstreet
doing the
switch
fall
off.
one,
but I think they're back to May.
but I think they're back to spring. So we're like, please.
and it
take
makes sense
the-
because February they're in South America. Backstreet Boys. Is it February?
Yeah, I
March?
think so.
Yes, February, March.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's still No, it's too short notice for them to do a cruise. And, yeah, so I
No, they
definitely
won't.
think they're doing it, but they have not announced anything yet.
Nothing is confirmed.
But I think you need to come with us, Lydia,
Oh my
because
God.
it is so much better than that first one you went on. And
Do we get the Leonardo DiCaprio deck again?
Obviously.
The humming of the motors?
it lulls you to sleep.
The
Listen,
swooshing of the waves?
listen. On Millennium Night, Nick took off his shirt twice and jumped into the pool and asked us to join him in the pool. And
That's when
Shinzia was
you
there.
jumped. You're like whoosh.
Like, here's my cell phone, jump in. And I was like, literally like carrying Nick at one point.
I will say that she was courteous, and when he first jumped in, she ran. First of all, she was half asleep at a table,
I was so tired.
and then she saw him coming, and she was like, "Ooh, all of a sudden, full of energy."
I saw them take the nets off. I'm like, somebody's going in the pool because they do this on the New Kids Cruise. So then I was like, oh, this is taking forever. And then finally I was like, oh my God, he's coming. I'm like, whoa!
And she
came up
ran
from,
right up beside me, and she's like, "Are you going in?" And I was like, "No." And then she was like, "All right, here's my phone. Bye bye."
I almost jumped in before Nick jumped in because I was
my
just
God.
like, because I knew it was
was
about to
ready to
happen.
go.
And then I was like, oh, that's weird. I should wait for him. And then he jumped in. He's like, come and join us. I'm like, okay. Like, in the pool I go.
Yes.
And I'm very short, and the water was really high, so I almost kind of drowned. But I was like,
That
fine.
was like,
And it was dark, so how are you supposed to help
and
her?
he was
She,
like hugging us
didn't-
all. It was good times. And then
that's
AJ
a
came in.
liability to like be in a pool and you're drunk with people trying to. Like,
I was
hug
not
you.
drunk.
Like, no, I'm just.
Oh.
He was
high on,
probably
like-
drunk.
He was
Well,
fine.
he
He's tall.
was not.
Oh my God,
that
Mike
drunk.
was hilarious
Oh my
though
God,
because he's
Mike,
just like
oh
trying to
my
keep
gosh.
track
He's
of
like,
him.
what do I do?
And then
What
when
do I do?
AJ jumped in and he's trying to keep track of both of them, and he's just like,
And then they were like splashing him, the girls, as they were like jumping in, and his shoes were all wet, and he just did not look
Oh my
amused.
God,
Mike-
his face was priceless.
Mike is the MVP. Okay, anyways, moving
Ooh,
back.
let's go back to the album, shall we?
Shall we? Anyways,
Know where we're at.
we were talking
Don't
about I
want you
need.
back.
We were talking about.
Six.
That's
talking
one of my
about-
favorites.
We were
Diane?
talking about I Need You Tonight to know how everyone was crying.
Yes.
Now we will move on to number 6.
Thank
Don't Want You Back.
One of
Don't
my
want you
favorites.
back.
I was going to
You're
say.
no good for me. I know.
This is like the ultimate breakup song. Like,
know.
you know,
I
when
just
you were
love
like.
how fucking how dramatic we get and like
Yeah,
singing
it's
it
so
and, like,
good.
like the arm. I don't know
Look,
why.
when
I'm
you were
thrusting
like,
my
but I'm
arm.
saying like back when you were like 14, you're like, you know, in middle school or like whatever, grade 8, and you had your like 2-week boyfriend, and then you broke up because of something dumb, and then like you never like, you know, it was like
Yeah.
a stupid little, and then you were just like, yeah, don't want you back, jerk face.
Yes. That was so good.
Oh, so good.
So good. So powerful.
So
So
good. I love it.
good.
All right. Number 7.
Don't wanna lose you now.
Baby. Another one of my favorites.
That's a good one too.
So good.
Another one of my
Dum,
And a ballad as well.
Ballad,
favorites.
It's okay, but very dramatic.
14-year-old
Don't
Sophia
know.
loved this one in concert.
They're up when they do that one, right?
34
On DNA,
Yes,
I think they go up in the sky,
with Breathe. Yeah.
and we were like, bye.
We're like, bye, see you later. Don't
Like,
fall
oh, the
off.
screen. At least we have the screen.
And there was
Although
no
at Nashville,
screen.
There
There was no
just,
screen in
I don't know
Nashville.
what happened there.
Anyways,
It ruined the aesthetic, apparently.
That's okay.
Great
we
song.
Can still hear them.
great song, but ballad, so not my fave.
Da-da-dun.
Then the one.
I'll be the one.
So, can I ask a question?
Yes.
So that was, there's a whole thing about the one. I liked the one. I mean, it's
like the
again,
one.
it's not
Ryan wrote this song as well.
not my favorite, but not
Max
like
Martin.
good. But there was a whole thing that were they going to release "It's Gotta Be You" as a single?
They were gonna release "Don't Want You Back."
Okay, so I couldn't remember if it was "It's Gotta Be You" or "Don't Want You Back," which are both superior songs to the one, in my opinion.
What?
In my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they were going to release "Don't Want You Back," and then there was something where like Nick called in to MTV or whatever,
MTV.
and he was
TRL.
like, "Oh, you should like we'll have a vote like if you want to do Don't Want You Back or the one," and they were like, "Which one would you pick, Nick?" And he was like, "I would pick the one," and then
of course.
then everybody was like, "Well, if Nick picks the one, then I pick the one too," because we were.
Because Nick has all the
Fans are
right?
still annoyed with him at this time.
and
because the
everyone
other
is
one was
still
winning by quite a bit.
so
Even AJ is annoyed with him.
pissed
Why?
at Nick
He wanted "Don't Want You Back."
for like making this the single, because not like the one isn't a good song. It is a good song,
It's a good song.
but Don't Want You Back is better.
It's such a good song. "Don't Want You Back." Come on.
Couldn't they just release both?
I don't know.
Like, what,
Make music videos for everything. Let's do this.
Yes, like I'm okay.
They can
with
go
that.
right now and do a "Don't Want You Back."
Oh my god,
gosh,
that's
yes.
what they should have done for the 20th anniversary of this album. They should. They could do it for the 25th anniversary. Okay,
right, we
I
got 2
fully give
years.
you permission, Backstreet Boys, to steal this idea. I'm.
Manifesting.
You
out in there.
don't. You don't even
Putting
have
it
to
into
give us
existence.
credit. It's fine. I just want it to happen. So for the 25th
happen.
anniversary of Millennium, you should release like "Don't Want You Back," like pretend it's a single, and like do a music video. Oh my god, please, just do it.
Please.
It's gonna be amazing.
We're
I
begging
just
you.
want to say I enjoy the one because of the dances.
I
And
The
like
one
the
is
one. I
cute.
like the one.
I didn't say I don't
I
like
like
the
the
one.
one.
It's just it's annoying.
That would have been fun
Hold
to
you.
see a music video to that one.
Ugh.
I
But
get
it's good.
you, I get it.
Okay, what would you have the video be of?
Didn't AJ say he wanted to be like some kind of Western?
You did? I thought
Western.
No,
No.
I thought Nick said the
Or
one was going to
cowboy.
do that, and that's why people picked it because he said it was going to be this one concept, and then it ended up not even being that concept.
The concept of that video is just like tour footage.
Yes.
I don't even remember that video.
It's just tour footage
yeah.
from Millennium Tour.
Lame.
Um,
It's just tour footage. They could have put any. They could have released both of them because it didn't cost anything.
but I feel like the one is like kind of like cheery and upbeat and happy, and like "Don't Want You Back" is like angry. So you
Yeah.
can't have like happy girls like screaming at them and them like dancing around.
No.
Yeah.
Plus the one is like "I'll be the one," so they're like kind of saying they'll be the one for you. You know, make all your sorrows undone.
And then they do that
Yeah.
little dance with their. Oh, that's a good
Like
dance.
that goes with that. "Don't Want You Back" doesn't go like then it makes it seem like get these fans away from me.
What I'm saying. Yeah. So like it's kind of hard to go back to it now, right? Like how do you?
No, they could figure something out.
They should have done it when they broke up with Lou,
They should have.
and then
But they should
should've.
do it now.
oh, and then just be on the lawn of like Lou's mansion.
And they're like, well, he's not coming back because he did.
Oh my god, that would be funny. Oh god, they won't do
And then
that.
just like kind of like looking into like the rooms and like maybe
We
having
don't
like a
want
brooding
you
face.
back because you. But they're talking about Lou. Oh my god, that
And
would
then
be
like
hilarious.
and then like you know like Nick goes in and like steals his old ball cap and puts it back on his head and he walks out powerfully. He's like, yes, take that ball cap. Screw him. But that like
Feel like
realistically
from the
doesn't matter.
documentaries, we know that there's nothing in the houses left. And it's
yeah,
all
didn't
gone.
they tear the whole thing down at this point?
Yes, they did.
Oh god, it's gone. Yeah,
Really?
because nobody wants to live in creepy Lou Pearlman's house. Like they had to just
Lydia
rebuild.
does.
I just need like a little piece of something for the seance in October.
Oh,
That's all.
Christ, we're not doing a seance.
What else are we gonna do, Chinzia?
How are we going to do a seance?
With like a Ouija
I'll
board.
research it. It's fine.
Oh my god. We're going to set the radio station on fire.
That is not going to work.
We'll get like
Are we
those.
planning to
We'll get
finish
like those
the
electric
podcast?
candles, not real ones.
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry, let's
We're
get back on track. As
well off
so
topic
kind of
as
thing.
usual. Where the heck?
Let us know if you want us to do a Lou seance for Halloween. Drop us a
Let us know
comment.
if you're a medium who can help us do this.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's brilliant.
Why
I
are
didn't.
you giving ideas, Cynthia?
That's brilliant. Thank you.
don't
Okay,
even
Genius.
let's
Josh
go
Anyway,
track
probably
number
knows a
9,
medium.
shall we?
back to your heart.
And this is the one Kevin wrote for Kristen.
I was going to say, isn't this the Kevin one?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's sing a little part of this.
Let's sing a little part of this. I feel like I have the one in my head now. Hang on. Clearing.
It's back
Clear.
to your heart, single bullet shot. Baby. I can't believe it.
No.
No.
That would be straight through my heart.
It goes the words to say, the road to take to find a way back to your heart. What can I do to get to you and find a way back to your heart? See,
So why
Chinzia
did-
was
I had
all
no idea
judgy.
what- I had no
she
idea
thought
what
we
song
didn't
this
know
was.
it, but I knew it.
Yay.
I
it.
did not know it. And I
Judge-tastic.
just
Okay.
had a panic attack when you said the name, and I was like,
Explain
I do
why
not.
he wrote this. Like, did they break
So
up? Or
they
something?
broke up, and this was the song to get her back.
Is this his now waifu?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have 2 children.
It's very cute.
Why
They're
did
a very
they
cute
break
couple.
up?
She was a rockette.
What's that mean? Like,
Like,
dancer?
Like, you know,
on
New York
Broadway?
City, like,
Oh,
ooh.
I was sorry. I was going to sing it to Avril Lavigne song, and we're like,
What?
What is
Skater
she
Boy. I was
saying?
trying to make a Skater
Why?
Boy song with. Okay, it was in my.
Rockette.
It was funnier.
he's at Backstreet. Can I
Make it any more obvious. He was in Europe. he fucked around. I don't know if he did. I don't know. I know nothing
I
about
don't know
Kevin.
what happened.
All I know is they were not together, and then they got back together.
But they
Because
were.
of this song.
I was going to say they were together before Backstreet Boys, right?
Correct.
Yes, I
yes,
think
they
so.
were. Yep.
So I feel like
he was living
in the
Florida
beginning,
at that point.
Oh.
in the beginning, he was young. There was girls. I believe there's something in the documentary about how he knows how to say blowjob in German
Yes,
or
that's
something.
True. Yeah, that was unexpected.
Well,
Very
from
unexpected.
him, yes.
So yeah.
Anyways, good times.
It's a nice
So
song.
so he was able to find a way back to her heart, and as one of my favorite O-Town songs is when you makes you want to write a song and give you all the publishing.
Yes.
So hopefully she also got some money from this song.
Let's hope
That
so.
was the purpose.
Well, they're together. So
They are
I
together.
think it
I
worked
mean-
out
shares his
well.
Yeah.
fortunes.
Yeah. What's his is hers. So
Fan.
Yeah.
I would love to have a song about me, like a nice song, not like "You're a Psycho." Please stop. Whatever.
Yeah,
Back
that's
to Your
like
Heart
the-
is a nice song.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Just saying.
no, but there are songs like
Yes, there are.
about how like
Get over me.
what if
Yeah, Get Over
Oh,
Me
I
is a-
love that song.
Don't Want You Back is probably about someone.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't
Probably.
want that type of a song written about me. So just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Song number 10. When I look into your Spanish eyes, I know the reason why I am alive. And the world is so beautiful tonight.
There's a place I've never been.
Okay, that's enough.
Like Chilea's having this
So
little.
Andrew From also wrote this song.
Did he now?
Yes,
Okay.
and this one's Howie's like one of Howie's
Howie's
favorites.
song.
Yes.
Love Howie.
Oh, here
This
comes.
song.
Oh,
Hate it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite either.
Oh my
Always say
God.
this, or
I just think
this
it's
right
just a
now you're
stupid
saying
song.
I mean, of the only,
Like
I
obviously
would
it has
say,
some good parts, but I'm just like,
if I was listening to this song, this album in 2019, that's the only song I would skip.
I feel like I've always skipped this song, and I feel like I've only ever heard it in concert. I'm like, oh, this song isn't too bad, but I'm just like, I don't know. There's just something about it. I'm like, where's our Canadian eyes? Okay, where's the rest of us?
It's Spanish is not a country. Like,
Really, Spain? Is
well,
not a country?
Spain,
Is
I
that-
guess, but Spanish could like cover a lot of countries.
Yes, that's
Where are you
true.
going with that?
I don't know. I just don't like the song. I do appreciate. I really like Howie as my second favorite member, and I like when he does like solos and he gets that bridge part and does a wink and all that jazz. And he's like, ooh, also immediately got recognized by Howie in the Nashville concert, like immediately with the sign. I got like the
It was very early
my
on.
traditional sign. That's I have to. Yeah. Anyways, love Howie. I just don't like this song. I just
Okay.
think this song is meh.
it's aight.
It's okay.
It's aight.
Probably the weakest track on the album. Would
Yeah.
everyone agree on that?
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, there's so many good songs, and this one's just like, it's not up to par, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. And then number 11 is No One Else Comes Close
No one else comes close.
to You.
No
What makes me feel the way you do. You're so special, girl, to me. Okay.
Chilia, do you know this song?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I feel
yeah.
like your face is like.
No, I just
don't
feel like
know.
this is not like a top banger.
The
song for
end,
me.
the thing about this album is the end of this is very slow. Like
Yeah.
Back to Your Heart, Spanish Eyes, No One Else Comes Close, and The Perfect Fan, which is the last song, are all ballads.
Yes.
Like they needed to mix it up a little bit more because all the like real big like up tempo bangers are at the beginning.
But that's how a good album should
But
be. though.
again, yes, we also argued that your best song should be in the top half.
Right.
So then I understand why these are at the end, but it's just like it's all low, it's all slow, it's just a bit much. But yeah, again, pretty good. Pretty good. No one's speaking.
No, it
Everyone's.
is. I was just trying to reminisce about this album. And I'm like, I know I like the songs and stuff, but I feel like I was deep into NSYNC at this point.
You were.
So that's why I probably didn't listen to this as much.
Yes.
So the ones that are not as singles, probably not as.
Here's what happened. We have 2 CD players in our house. So
Yes.
Chilia's like, this is my NSYNC CD. Only I can listen to it.
I
So
never
was like-
said that.
I was like, all right, I guess I'll take this millennial CD.
Sister rivalry.
Do it on repeat for the rest of my life.
Oh my
So that's
God.
why I know all of these songs. Like there's a part in my brain that just has like these lyrics. It's like, finally I'm here.
Yeah. It lives in, it's in there somewhere. That's what I said. She was like, what are the lyrics to Back to Your Heart? And I was like, clearing the one, clearing, get all that out. Let's bring Back to Your Heart to the
Processing.
forefront of the brain. But it's in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. And then the last one is The Perfect Fan.
Who is?
Their mom.
Their moms, apparently. Except for, I think, Jane. No offense, Nick. But
Carter Bird.
I think even he would agree. Because wasn't Jane the only one that wasn't in the video, too? Or they did something?
Yeah, I think
I do not recall the video
I
for
think
this.
There
it
was a-
like Nick
was there a
sick or
video?
something,
Was
and
there a video?
then-
Or it was like something special that they did on TV or
Yes, there
something.
was, like, a special
And like
they
all
did.
the moms showed up except for her. And I was like, oh,
Really?
Yeah,
it
it was
cuts
very
deep.
sad.
Maybe she was doing something with Aaron?
This was probably during the time
Or maybe
when
it's
the-
Jane frickin' Carter and, you know.
Well, okay, no, she was okay. All right, she was having problems because the marriage was breaking down. Remember, she tried to kill the lady. Remember the?
She tried to kill someone?
No, I don't think she tried to kill her. She got in a fight with Ginger, didn't
Yes, yes, you remember?
Oh,
like
Ginger
that.
is the stepmom.
she? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a bit of a tumultuous. Was that the word? Tumultuous.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Look at you, fancy word.
Thank you.
Ooh, la la.
Yeah, but the other moms are good.
Oh my God! Did you guys see Brian's mom in Nashville?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Was
hilarious.
that the couple that was coming to the backstage when we were leaving?
Yes,
Were they a little?
yes.
Buddy.
They just looked very happy.
They
and then-
were having a great time. Let's say
That's
that
what you should be doing at a concert, having a great time.
it was
Lydia
very
was
funny.
They were apparently a little drunk.
I see. Okay,
Yes.
so I don't know what.
I
She
mean,
did the
she did this.
Oh, okay, well, it's for the people at home who cannot see you.
And for the
Yeah.
Lydia who's not looking across at me.
Anyways,
I
Perfect
don't know.
Fan is about their moms. Being their perfect mom, you always were the perfect fan.
Or, as Kirkpatrick's mom would say, I am not his fan. I am his mother.
Really, do we need to bring that up right now?
You see, that could have been your mother-in-law, Chinzia.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I didn't contact Chris.
Yeah,
back then.
okay, yeah, I'm sure.
No, when I met her, yeah, it's fine. Anyways.
Did NSYNC even do a song for their moms? No,
No.
they didn't. Because they're rude.
They bit everything but that one.
Spice Girls did a song for their mom.
They did.
Yes,
Mama, I love
I sang that for my mother for Mother's Day, and then she said, "That's so nice. Where's my present?" And I was like, "I want your present." She was not impressed. So.
Aw, that's so sad.
That is so
I
sad.
know when.
I feel like Lydia has lived an entirely different life that I do not recall happening, even though we lived in the same household.
for real, it's crazy. Anyways,
There was an Airline song about moms that was upsetting as well. That was like 20 years late.
what
Good
was
song.
upsetting?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you later. It's
Oh,
all good.
Oh.
She's mumbling. No one can hear
It's all
anything.
good. All I'm
Everything.
saying, there's lots of songs about
know what
moms, and then, yeah.
This
Maybe
is one of
because
them.
Backstreet had more albums. They had more opportunity
true,
to
it's
sing
true.
about things.
It's
That
true.
is
Oh,
true.
that is very true, Lydia. Good point.
Could you also take the perfect fan to be like fan related as well? Or is
No,
it
because the
specific?
chorus is "Mom, you always were the perfect fan." I'm not their mom. I don't want to be their mom. Especially when I was 14, I was like, "No, Nick and I are going to get married. I can't be his mom."
But then you're like,
Awkward.
oh, they love their moms.
Yes,
This is so
of
great.
course,
This
yeah.
makes them good guys.
Yeah.
Of course we are.
That's like the checklist of like men. You know, like when you're dating a guy.
Yeah.
Does he get along with his family? Nice. All right.
Yeah. If they don't, it's like red flag.
Like, oh shit, because
Cut it off. Cut it off.
he doesn't treat his mom nice, he's not going to treat me nice.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
signs go off. Oh goodness.
That's right. Like,
So that was probably, part of the Lou genius and magic. He was like,
Yeah.
you got to show the girls that you love your mom, but I don't love my mom. Who cares?
Shut up, Blondie. Everybody else loves their mom.
sorry, Nick.
Come sit on my lap.
No. Oh God, Nick, we love you. I'm sorry.
We love you.
We do love
We
Nick.
sorry. We don't mean
Like,
to be mean.
No,
Oh.
no.
I'm just like randomly looking on Wikipedia, which I know is not always the best thing, to see what the bonus tracks were in some of the other countries. I'm just wondering if you've heard of any of these songs.
Okay, please
Go
share.
ahead. Okay, so Australia, Japan, Singapore, China. I'll be there for you.
Nope.
All I'm
need
thinking of,
somebody.
I don't think they
I'll
did the
be
Muppet song.
there for you, but that's not the
When you
song.
want
Muppets.
someone who can.
Muppets.
Okay, so we have never heard this song.
Nope.
Okay. You wrote the book on love.
Oh, I think I've heard that
I
one.
heard this one.
Never heard this song.
I don't.
No
I
clue.
can't recall how it goes now, but I feel like it was one of those people consider it to be like unreleased or whatever, and I have it like burned on a CD somewhere.
I've never actually listened to all those unreleased songs. I know.
Serious?
I've like
Get
none
out
that.
of this
Oh
room.
my god.
One day I'll go to my mom's basement and dig them all out of the burned CDs and listen.
Nice.
On YouTube.
All right. Well, I need a list of them because I don't know what to look for. Okay, Indonesia. I'll be there for you as well. And if you knew what I knew,
Don't recall that one.
written by AJ,
Ooh.
Billy Chapman, and Brian Bonet.
Don't know.
Don't recall.
Okay, so we've never heard of that one. The South Korean bonus track is "My Heart Stays With You."
Oh, that's nice.
Can't recall that one either.
Okay,
No
cool.
clue.
Taiwanese, "I'll Be There For You, My Heart Stays With You," Christmas time.
Christmas time, time to share our love. Is it that one?
This is the one that I did not know existed.
Yes.
So, yes, I'm a terrible fan. As Long As You Love Me Unplugged and Quit Playing Games With My Heart. Smooth vocal mix.
What are these songs?
Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong got two larger than life versions. And If You Knew What I Knew. And then these are all the same songs. Larger than life, Show Me the Meaning.
So no one's speaking.
The other ones are not bonus.
Mumbling.
I don't know,
So
I thought she was
okay,
saying
so you
words.
just haven't heard of those songs. Then.
Nine.
Correct, Amondo. But I
So-
believe I have heard the "You Wrote the Book on Love" one. I
also believe
feel like if you really look for it, you could probably find that one.
You could probably find it right now, but yes.
We're not going to do that
We're
because
not
we don't
gonna
want to
do
get
that.
sued by the Backstreet Boys. Hey.
Boys with the Z
Um.
from the street. They don't care about spelling.
So yes, overall, what are your top 3 songs from Millennium?
Oh, yes. All of them. No kidding.
Every single one is
It was a
amazing.
different time, man. It was a different time. We had to listen to everything and we had to like everything.
Do you want me to say mine first? Because it's
yeah.
very easy.
Don't Want You Back. Don't Want to Lose You Now. Those are my 3. Top 3.
Chandra, what are yours?
I'm gonna go with "I Want It That Way."
Not a real fan.
Don't Want You Back in the One.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Don't Want You Back. So powerful. The one, Hell Yeah. And, I don't know, like, Larger Than Life and I Want It That Way are so good.
So they're tied for number 3?
Tie for number 3 for me, yes.
Okay. It's gotta be You, Don't Want You Back, I Need You Tonight. Obviously.
Oh, right,
'cause
obviously.
You're Nick. You're a
So
Nick
we're tied
lady.
with 2 songs.
All right. What are your favorite songs from this album?
Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to let us know what other albums you think we should review. In the history of boy bands, you can pick anything, except for Millennium, because we just did it.
And to those Dream Street fans, we don't know what those songs. Sorry, I know we've been getting a lot of requests for them
We've
recently.
been getting a lot of requests for Dream Street, and we know nothing about them, but I have something coming up, so don't worry.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well, there
thank
you
you,
go.
Diane.
All
I'm
right.
making dreams come true.
And
So yes.
till next time, thanks for taking a break with us, guys. I
Until
said the
next
wrong
time.
line.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.